Hey guys! My name is Deborah and I'm a crafter coming to you from the still very rainy, foggy and cold Belgium. I love to knit, sew, crochet, just all things crafty in general. And today I am making a video about around 10 plus free 99 patterns that I'm gonna use as inspiration to knit in the winter. There are sweaters and cardigans in this list. The way I want to step into my second year of knitting, I want to learn more. And even though I've learned a lot my first year, obviously, I just posted my everything I made in 2024 video. So if you want to watch that, you can click here or here to watch that video. And I'm really proud of the progress I've made, but I already have plans. I already see other sweaters, different sweater constructions that I'm like, okay, I'm ready to tackle it. I mean, I'm ready. We'll see. It's probably going to be well difficult, but I'm just ready. And I'm also ready to make sweaters because I've made a lot of vests and I like them, obviously. I'm wearing a vest right now that I made. It's a free YouTube tutorial. I'll put the pattern in the description. But I'm ready to, just try different sweater constructions and get my knitting skills get them to a new level. So it's kind of divided into a few sweaters first, then a few cable sweaters, a few cardigans, and at the end I'm going to show the Colorwork sweaters that I've seen that are very interesting. My goal is to make 3 out of the 12 sweaters I've found. There's no pressure. This is a hobby. There's no pressure. This is a hobby. I'm telling you, but I'm also telling myself because I love to pressure myself to do stuff. I need to make a lot of garments or just make a lot of things, but I've really realized after last year, the year of knitting, I'm like, I really want my knits to look cool and nice to my standard, and not just have a bunch of stuff and I'm like, ugh, I'm not wearing it, or I'm not using it as much as I would want. I want to make cool stuff that I wear and that I learn new techniques from. So this is all knits. And I'm more of a winter knit girl and a summer crochet girl. So that's why I think these are all knitted sweaters. A lot of the knits are also from the website Drops Design, which is a gem. I said it in my last video and I'll say it again. They have so many free patterns with videos of specific techniques broken down. They also have lessons. If you don't know how to knit or purl, you put down. They have the frequently asked question section. They have a comment section, so if people have asked questions before, you can also see how they've reacted to it. The sizes they're not really inclusive in the vintage patterns, but the new patterns, they usually go from a small to an extra 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 large. So that's pretty nice. There's a few sizes. So yeah, I would really recommend if you're learning a bunch of new techniques like I have the past year and I'm going to the next year, I would really go on the Drops Design website. Seriously. Speaking of Drops Design, the first sweater I will be talking about today is the Green Hill sweater. So that goes from sizes small to extra extra large. I really saw this as a good basic sweater, but has a few constructions that I usually don't do. So it's obviously it's knitted in and around. It's a long sleeve, but it has a raglan sleeve, but it doesn't have little holes. I've realized I don't really like holes in my sweaters. I don't really like lace looking designs. It's just not really my style. And it's so funny because I really admire the knitters that can lace knit. I admire it, but I know I don't like to wear it. So I like that it's a dense, raglan increase. And it's seamless, but there are also short rows in the round. I've never done short rows before. And there's a video that explains how you're supposed to do it. So I'm like not as afraid to have to scour the YouTubes to find someone to explain how to do short rows to me, even though I would be able to do it. But it's like nice that it's like all in one place. They use Drops Air, I think, for this. I don't know. What did they use? What yarn? Yeah, Drops Air for this pattern. I've seen a few sweaters where they use Drop Air and I really want to try the yarn. So I might use it for this. I'm going to use it for one pattern. I don't know which one yet. But yeah, it's just really pretty. The alpaca makes it so, I don't know, so soft and so pretty. But yeah, that's basically, I am thinking of making not a fold over neckline, but like a double folded neckline. I don't know if that's the right name, but I'll show a picture of what I mean because I really want a sweater like that. So I'll probably change the neckline, but like knit the sweater the way the Green Hill sweater is knitted. But yeah, that's the first one. It's also, the patterns is available in a lot of languages. Like there are a lot of languages for this pattern, so it's very inclusive, very nice. A lot of people have made this project also as well. And you look at Ravelry, what the hell. So that makes me feel like, okay, people have made this pattern before. If they can do it, I can do it. So that's the first pattern. Then the second pattern is also a drops design pattern. I chose this one because it has a few things that I've really wanted to try. There's a lot of different techniques and I'm like, okay, this is really interesting. So it's called the Pink Melody pattern by, again, Drops Design. The different things you like see in this sweater that is very interesting. So you start in the back of the pattern. Then when you're done working on the back, you pick up one shoulder, you pick up another shoulder, you knit, then you get the neckline together, you knit that down, you connect for the armholes, and then you knit it down. I already knitted one sweater like this once, just to learn the technique, but I didn't like this the sweater, and then I tried to give it to my sister, and my sister was like, no, I don't like it either. So I unraveled that sweater, but I really liked the look of it. And now I want to make it like, I actually want to make it for myself. Then the neckline is also like a rolled neckline and it's not like ribbed. So that's also pretty cool. So it's worked up down, but it's like a different construction. And I don't know, I just want to try it. It looks pretty cool. On the sweater itself, they're using different mohairs. I can't do it, babe. I don't have that kind of money. Like, that's so expensive. So I think I'm gonna figure out. I might use a Zeeman yarn for it because oh no, I don't know. I'll see. I did. Oh yeah, I was thinking I have this one yarn. It's pretty small, but it's really pretty. This Wool for Future yarn, and it's really pretty. It's made from 35% cotton, 33% polyester, 30% wool, and 2% other fibers. Okay, and I just really like how it's like, it gives like white and then you see all of the fuzzy like wool around it. It's very pretty. So I might want to use this, but this is the suggested needle for this is 4 millimeters, and they want 4.5, I think, for the no. Yeah, 6 millimeters for the body. So I don't know, but if you meet gauge, I'll do a gauge swatch. Maybe it's really pretty. I only bought one ball of yarn because I'm gonna make a shawl out of it. Maybe for my sister. I don't know if that's what she wants. But it's really pretty. So I might get this yarn to make the sweater. I don't know. I'll think about it. If you guys have some recommendations that aren't layer 127 grams of different like mohairs together and make a sweater that costs 400 euros, would be nice. But it looks pretty good. There are not a lot of pictures of people who finished this project on Ravelry, but to be honest, oh, 6,000 people have made it. And it has a 4.5 rating on Ravelry, so I trust my fellow knitters. It's probably really good. So that's the second sweater. I'm really excited about it. I'm randomly excited about the rolled neckline. I really want to make it, so really random. Then the third sweater is also from Drops Design. I'm not paid by them, guys. I swear. It's a slippery slope sweater, and I love the construction of like the shoulder to the neck. It's so pretty. And I saw the sweater. I've grazed and saw this sweater before, and I was like, no, 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 I'm not sure. But then I looked at the project on Ravelry, and I saw one pink version of this sweater. It's so freaking pretty. I'm obsessed. Like when I look at it now, I'm like, yeah, it's beautiful. Like it's a beautiful sweater. It's beautiful. I want to make this freaking sweater. Like it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's a knitted jumper with English rib in Drops Air. Again, Drops Air is coming back. It's worked top down with a saddle shoulder. I've seen saddle shoulder construction sweaters before, but with just stockinette. And you know, sometimes I have like, oh, this is like cool, but I don't like the way it's usually used. Like, I think Fair Isle sweaters are really cool, but I wouldn't wear it, so why would I make it? Like, I could make it for someone else, but guys, don't feel pressure to make stuff for other people. Again, I'm telling myself that. But I think it's cool, but I don't want to make like the typical, like, Scandinavian Fair Isle sweaters. I want to learn a technique, but I don't want to make that typical sweater. So I have to look at like other designers that use that technique in sweaters and patterns and designs that I would use. And I have the same thing with the saddle shoulder. Like I think it's cool, but I don't really like the stockinette saddle shoulder vibe. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, this looks so cool. And it uses a saddle shoulder. And it's English rib. Which English rib is like knit pearl, right? Oh no, it's brioche. Okay. It's brioche. I was like, huh? Is that knit pearl? No, it's just brioche knitting. I've made a swatch once, but it like expanded. So I'm excited to learn how to actually do an English rib, also known as brioche. Again, this pattern on the website, it has videos. It explains how you need to read the charts. Like it's so detailed, and I really like that because it feels less daunting when you try something new, when you're like, they hold your hand when you're doing this, and it just looks so good. And the pink one really took me over the edge. I saw the pink one and I thought, yes. And I'm not even really, not me saying this while wearing a full pink outfit. I'm not really a pink girly, but when I wear knits, I'm just like, yeah, let's go, let's do pink. Yeah. So this again, it's like a campaign to try Drops Air. I'm like maybe more hyped to try this sweater than the last one I talked about. Maybe using Drops Air. Oh no. I don't know. I think I'm more hyped to use Drops Air for the slippery slope. This word is slippery slope sweater. Than the Green Hill sweater. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see. We got time. Yeah, that's a slippery slopes sweater. It's really cool. I really like I'm especially hyped for the shoulders. It looks really cool. Yeah. Then we go to the next one, and that is really cool. I have a vision for this one. If I make this one, it's the Drops Scent of Sage sweater. And what I actually want to do is like on Pinterest, I saved a few sweaters actually, and they all have the same cabled pattern. If you know what I mean, like all the cables kind of have the same distance and also do this like big cable, small cable thing. But the cables don't stop at the front panel. Like in this pattern, they only have 3 big cables at the front, but I would add cables on the side, cables on the back, and also cables on the arm, like this beautiful, super cool sweater I'm seeing right here. Like this is such a cool sweater. It's, oh my God. Like it's so cool. And I really like the little peaks of different like, and this looks duplicate stitched like colors on it. So I kind of want to use this pattern as a base to make this pattern. And then I could use a bunch of like scrappy yarn I have left to add the little colors, and that's really cool. So I think I'm gonna do that if I make this sweater ever. This year, next year. Nope, no pressure, no pressure. This is a hobby. But yeah, so I'm gonna use the Drops Scent of Sage sweater to like get my Pinterest vision to life. Again, size range from small to extra extra large. There are like 2 suggested yarns, like Drops Air and Drops Wish. Drops Wish I don't think they make anymore, but maybe you can find a place where they still sell it. A bunch of different languages. I mean, the pattern is available in a bunch of different languages. And yeah, it's worked flat. See, that's why I think I'm gonna adapt it. Like I want to work it in the round because you knit up to the sleeves and then it has a better like. There's a bunch of calculations you should make to figure that out, but I think it would be a cool challenge. And also, I don't really like the neckline of the sweater I found on Pinterest, but I do like the neckline of the one I found on Ravelry. So that's like nice. Maybe tell me if you want me to make a video about how I adapt this sweater, because it would be like a cool challenge. So tell me if you'd be interested in that. That's really cool. I'm really like, yeah, that's a good plan. But there are a lot of good plans, so let's not get too excited. Next, we have another cable sweater, and immediately when I saw this sweater, this is also another sweater by Drops Design. It's the Bluebell twist sweater. I was like, in this design, there are a bunch of cables on the front and the back and none of the arms. I would immediately put also cables on the arms, and all of the girly pops on Ravelry literally did the same. They all of the pictures I see of this sweater also put cables on the arms, because what's the point of not putting the cables on the arms? That's a weird design choice. That would be like a good casual cute project. I was thinking about adding cables to the neckline as well. I don't know how I would do that though, so I'm saying that, but I don't know. I kind of maybe have yarn for this already. It's 75% acrylic and 25% alpaca yarn. That's why it's so whooshy, because it has alpaca yarn on it. But it's so soft. It's so soft. And I kind of made like, I wanted to make a cardigan out of it, but I used way too big. They say 6 millimeter. No, this is a 4 millimeter yarn. They lied. So that's what I'm kind of envisioning for this one. I also think it's a pretty simple one and it goes on pretty fast. I'm saying that and it might not be. But from what I see of what it looks like, it looks easy. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But it looks the also again the pictures in Ravelry look really good and that made me be like, okay, like this I'm gonna make this sweater. It's also a really pretty basic sweater and just a little like spice it up with the cables. It's pretty nice. And the next option is now we're gonna get into the cardigans. I really want to make a cardigan. Like I really like honestly plan number one was to make a cardigan out of this. But now that I see the cables, I don't know. It's so difficult to make a decision. It's not all from Drops Design, but the first one is. So it's called the Dove Feather Cardigan. It's pretty basic. It's worked top down. It's a raglan sweater. Again, you don't see the like holes on the side, so I like it. And in my brain, it's like it works faster because you're like working it down, and it's working this. The sleeves are also like up. I don't know. It feels fast in my brain. It's a pretty basic design. So I think I saved it the first time because I was like, I just want to have a cardigan and I want to be done with it. But I don't think that's like a good mentality when you want to make something. You kind of want to be excited by it as well. So I don't know. This one is also like, I'm on the fence about it. The sizes again are size small to extra, extra large. No, extra, extra, extra large. And yeah, it's a pretty simple construction. Maybe I'm like not excited by it because I'm not really learning anything new by making it, which is not okay. No, it's okay, but like I would prefer to have something, that I'm passionate about that I'm like, wow, this is new. So I don't really have a lot to say about that cardigan. Then there's the Anneli sweater, and I think I was really like mesmerized by the color. You would say, oh, but Deborah, this has like kind of a lace detail. I would obviously not knit it with the detail and just knit it without the holes. But there are a few pictures here that are really pretty, and I kind of just want to use the yarn they used to make this sweater. So this one I'm also like not 100% sure if I really want to make this design. Yeah, I'm like iffy about it. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. Yeah, I did see there's one cardigan, a Hobie design that's really cool. The Happy Vest. I think that looks really cool. It has like a cool neckline. It's also a raglan, but I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, it looks pretty cool. No one has made it, so that's why I'm maybe a little bit like, ooh, I don't know if I should just like make that cardigan, but I don't know. The construction feels really cool, and I kind of want to make it striped because then it will look like that one cardigan by Spectacle Streak. But it looks pretty cool. It's like a beginner friendly pattern. It goes from size small to 2XL, so the sizes aren't really super inclusive. But those are the cardigans that I saw. I'm only honestly really excited about the last one. That looks pretty cool, and it also just looks cute. So yeah, I think I want to make that one. We have a bunch of cool colorwork sweaters as well. I have one that kind of looks a little bit like the Slippery Slope sweater, but I would say because it's a colorwork brioche, a little bit different. It's called Ocean Lines, and it's so cool. I want to make it like with black and gray because I see a lot of black and gray sweaters around that kind of have the same vibe, and I think it would look really cool. It's a crew neck brioche knit again. It kind of has like a cool detail, raglan, a cool raglan detail on the the place where you do your regular increases. And I would also learn how to do colorwork brioche after, like I would have to do this after I learned to make a brioche sweater. But yeah, looks really cool. Again, drops air. All the sweaters I think are cool are made by Drops Air. Are made using Drops Air, obviously. There's also a really pretty picture on Ravelry. Yes. So this also I'm pretty excited about. Like I've been like eyeing it and being like, oh, I want to make this one. I don't know. But this year we're breaking mental barriers. I want to make, if I think something is pretty cool, I can trust myself into being able that I can do it. And if I can't, I'll learn something on the way. Maybe it is that I can't do it and that's fine, but I really want to make it. Then the two last ones are really cool. Personally, I think they're really, really cool. The first one is the On Repeat Pullover by Yarn Inspirations Design Studio. It's seen as like average difficulty. The size range is really good. Like it goes from extra small to 5XL. It's a circular yoke, which is also really cool. I've never done that before. It's done in the round, obviously, because it's a circular yoke, and it's just so pretty. My only thing is, I think the pattern is a little too short. I want it to be a little longer. Because then it could look like the partner pullover pack, and in the pack there is one sweater by Lydia Morrow that has like these longer stripes, and that looks really cool. But here it's like a raglan one, and there are already a bunch of raglan style sweaters in my likes and my favorites, and having it in a round is pretty cool. And also I've never done a circular yoke plus colorwork before, so that's really cool. I'm really like ooh about that, whatever that means. So yeah, I'm just thinking I haven't seen colors or like an example of like a use of colors that made me be like, yes, I really want to make this. So I'm just a little iffy about that, but it's crazy that it's a free pattern. Yeah, that's honestly insane, especially for color work. So like I would jump on that. If you're already like a known color work user, maker, like I don't know, you should really like, dude, get that. That's really cool. And the last pattern is the coolest one, and I literally in my head, there are multiple times where I almost already started making this sweater. And it's the Minas Sweater made by Cecilia Lalan and Gabriela Calderini. And it's so cool. Look at the colors. Like, it's so cool. But I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I looked on Ravelry. All the girlies are using awesome colors. Like, every single one I click on, I'm like, wow. Wow, your brain. Absolutely insane. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah. It's amazing. It's just so pretty. It's a top down. They say there's a video tutorial, but I haven't found one, so I don't know about that. Their size is 1 through 8. It's based on your bust circumference to make it. It's a 1x1 stranded color work pattern. And yeah, it's so pretty. I'm also kind of shocked it only has like 11 projects right now and only 153. Like, people, guys, please, it's a free pattern. It's so beautiful. I'm kind of confused. This one I'm definitely casting on. Like, that's happening. I don't know when it's happening, but that's happening because I'm obsessed. So yeah, that's everything I found and that I'm really like interested about, and we'll see if you guys want me to document how I'm working on these projects. Tell me in the comments. But I'm really excited. I'm excited to push myself, to push my knitting this winter. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, I hope. And if it's, yeah, no, it is gonna be fun. Like, I'm not like saying that I'm going to be able to finish everything. I also probably am going to work on some self-drafted designs because I always love to just make my own thing, which is free but comes at the cost of my brain. But it's nice. I'm just excited. I'm really happy I found all these patterns, and I just want to tell you guys that these patterns are available. You can find them. I could maybe find a way to tag this my Ravelry, so you can find everything I talked about. I'm gonna link everything below, obviously, as well. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Happy holidays. Yeah, obviously, happy holidays, because it's the 23rd of December right now. So I hope you guys, if you celebrate, have a nice Christmas, a happy new year. And yeah, enjoy the time you spend with your family, friends, or with yourself if that's what you need. Yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.